Hello and welcome to things I find interesting that happened today in the past, aka Tifitht Itp. This show is all about the historical events of the past, both recognized by actual historians and ones I personally find interesting enough to talk about. My information, of course, comes from the smart device application on this day, the icon of which can be seen as cutoff prevention at the beginning and end of this video. Anyway, on with the show! Today is Monday, December 28th, 2015. In 2010, during the Arab Spring, popular protests began in Algeria against the government. In 2009, 43 people were murdered in a suicide bombing in Karachi, Pakistan, where Shia Muslims were observing the Day of Ashura. In 2000, U.S. retail giant Montgomery Ward announced it will go out of business after 128 years of operation. In 1978, with the crew investigating a problem with the landing gear, United Airlines Flight 173 ran out of fuel and crashed into Portland, Oregon, causing 10 needless deaths. As a result, United Airlines instituted the industry's first crew resource management program. In 1973, the Endangered Species Act was passed in the United States. In 1972, Kim Il-sung, already Prime Minister of North Korea and First Secretary of the Workers' Party of Korea, became the first President of North Korea. In 1943, during World War II, after 8 days of brutal house-to-house fighting, the Battle of Ortona concluded with the victory of the 1st Canadian Infantry Division over the German 1st Parachute Division, and the capture of the Italian town of Ortona. In 1935, Pravda published a letter by
Pavel Postyasev,
who revived New Year tree tradition in the Soviet Union. In 1918, Constance Markievicz, while detained in Holloway Prison, became the first woman to be elected MP to the British House of Commons. In 1912, the first municipally owned streetcars took to the streets in San Francisco. In 1895, Wilhelm Röntgen published a paper detailing his discovery of a new type of radiation which is known today as X-rays. In 1895, the Lumiere brothers performed for their first paying audience at the Grand Café in Boulevard des Capucines, marking the debut of cinema. In 1867, the United States claimed Midway Atoll, the first territory annexed outside continental limits. In 1846, Iowa was admitted as the 29th U.S. state. In 1836, Spain recognized the independence of Mexico. In 1835, Esquella led his Seminole warriors in Florida into the Second Seminole War against the United States Army. In 1832, John C. Calhoun became the first Vice President of the United States to resign. In 1792, construction of Tonga Street, formerly recognized as the longest street in the world, began in York, Upper Canada, or present-day Toronto. In 1612, Galileo Galilei became the first astronomer to observe the planet Neptune, although he mistakenly catalogued it as a fixed star. And in 1065, Westminster Abbey was consecrated. Births: Denzel Washington, 1954, Stan Lee, 1922, Woodrow Wilson, 1856. And that concludes things I find interesting that happened today in the past. For your dose of past events daily, I am Ayo, that's Almar, and you are you. Toodles! In 1918, Constance Fuck it, I'm gonna barrel through this. In 1918, Constance Markievicz, while detained in Holloway...
Jesus Christ, Alex. Alright. Markievicz. I need Markievicz.
Oh, Markievicz. Okay.
That wasn't barreling through it. That was not even... You didn't even bother with, like, consonant noises at the end of that. Constant Markievicz.
In 1918, Constance...
Take your time.
I forgot what it was.
Read it. It's not hard.
Markievicz.
She was in prison?
Yep.
Wow. Hardcore.
I know, right?
It's like, we want this bitch. She's got a jail fucking record. She can get shit done.
She has a Constitution tattooed to her forearms.
She's British, you said?
Looks like it.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be the Constitution, it'd be like the Magna Carta.
Magna Carta.
She's got the Magna Carta, like, tattooed on her back.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
At the bottom it just says Thug Life.
With, like, a cup of tea.
Thug Life? And then, like, the E has, like, a pinky sticking out of it.